up and here's your host, Rob Cream.
Oh my goodness, good evening folks. How's everyone doing this evening? Thank you so much for coming out. This is going to be a very fun student showcase. This is going to be a lot of fun. I've got 9 comedians on the show, and they're all very funny. And I think that's really the best thing you can hope for from a comedian is that they be funny. And these people all are. They're also nice, which I guess would be the second thing they would want, is to have nice people. They are nice as well. But most importantly, for our purposes, they're funny. This is going to be a very fun show. I'm your host this evening. I'm also the instructor for this class. My name is Rob Crean. It's Crean. It is a Irish name. Derives from the Gaelic word crehan, which means to take a long story and make it much longer. Guess you could say just cream it open. My first name is an English word. It means to take without permission. It's Rob. How's everyone doing? You guys doing? So much for coming out. This is gonna be so much fun. This is going to be a very fun comedy show. I'm excited. But to start off, I'll tell you guys a couple of jokes. First of all, I have found out recently that a lot of my close friends don't know how old I am. It's kind of weird. I guess my age is a little bit ambiguous, because I have lots of white hair, but no accomplishments. I was in Western Mass recently. I went to a fair, and they had a T-shirt stand set up at the fair. And at the T-shirt stand, this is in Massachusetts, they had T-shirts that had the Confederate flag. Yeah, it's Massachusetts. It's weird, right? But then right next to it, they had these other shirts that had like a fun, like a NASCAR style race car on it, and then in big friendly letters it said, #1 race fan. And I thought that was cool. I know that they had shirts for people who like races, and also for people who
Get it.
yeah, like races. I don't know if you guys know about the Confederate flag and the history of it. It's not a great history. I do love T-shirts. I have some ideas for my own T-shirts. You guys want to hear some of my T-shirt ideas? One of my ideas is I want to make a T-shirt. Tell me if you guys would wear this. It just says, "My to-do list includes your butt." Would you guys wear this? Also, me and my friend John Paul had this idea for a T-shirt. And do you guys like sports? You guys sports fans?
Oh yeah.
Woo! Yes! 3 people. That's okay. Honestly, I'm actually not a big sports guy myself. I'm not. I don't know. I mean, they're fun. Sports are fine. But I just don't really. Actually, this year though, this is true. The first time ever, I watched an entire New England Patriots game from start to finish. Which I'd never done before, but it was cool. I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. I thought this is what I thought was so interesting was I noticed that. Do you know that coach guy for the Patriots? I noticed that he kept calling timeout and then just like inspecting the stomachs of his players, and I was like, man, no wonder they call this guy Bill. It's not a great joke, but it will be with you for the rest of your life.
Sadly.
Yes. Yeah, not that sad. There's sadder things. Yeah, I don't know a lot about sports. This is one thing I know about sports. I know that when they in sports when they played the final match at the end of the semester or whatever, they'll print out shirts for either outcome. So for example, say the Pittsburgh Penguins were playing Manchester United. They would make like a shirt for either outcome. So this is a shirt that me and my friend John Paul want to make. We want to make a shirt that has a Celtics logo and a Lakers logo, and it's just going to say, "It's a tie! 2004 co-champions! This is bullshit!" I know so little about sports that if I saw someone wearing that shirt, I would be like, was there a year that the NBA Finals was has a tie? Like, I feel like I would remember, but there's a shirt. I guess I must have. But I love t-shirts. I'm a big fan of t-shirts. I saw a kid in my neighborhood the other day wearing a t-shirt, and on the front it said, "It's not bragging," and then on the back it said, "If you can back it up!" Is how I read it. It had a lot of exclamation points. It said, "It's not bragging if you can back it up. It's not bragging if you can back it up." That is the only time it's bragging. Is if you if you can't back it up, that's lying. But do you guys want to hear about my favorite T-shirt that I own? This is a fun shirt that I have that I like to wear around. It's a shirt. I love it. First of all, I love it because what it says is "Best Lover on Earth," which is great. Because when I wear it, people will compliment me on it. And when they do, I get to do this fun thing. So just pretend that I'm wearing my Best Lover on Earth shirt right now. And could someone just shout out, "Hey, nice shirt."
Hey, nice shirt.
Nice shirt.
Oh, it's silly. I won this dumb contest. The other thing that I like about it is it's from a series of shirts that said stuff like "Best Grandma on Earth," "Best Grandpa on Earth." When they made the "Best Lover on Earth" shirt, they did not change the font, so it's a font that makes a lot of sense for those other shirts, but not for "Best Lover on Earth," because it's written in like a child-like scrawl. Like it looks like it should be pronounced "Best Lover on Earth." It's great. But folks, we have a fantastic show for you guys tonight. Are you guys excited for a fun stand-up comedy show? A very good one. I have got some amazing comedians that I am so excited to bring to you folks tonight. And this first one is a perfect example because she is hilarious. You're absolutely going to love her, so please put your hands together. And welcome to the stage, Holly Copeland.
I love the idea of baby sign language. I think it's really beautiful that a baby can communicate with their mom before they can use, like words to talk. So they can say stuff like food or like more. But I want to know, like, what if the baby wants to tell their mom, like, "Shut up, you're a cunt." Do you guys think that googly eyes are the craft item that's always searching for something? I haven't been to the gynecologist yet recently, but I'm pretty certain that the yeast infection I have right now is male because for a few reasons, but because it's inside of me even when I don't want it to be in there. It's oozing like white stuff, and it makes amazing bread. You know how there can be like half-hard cocks, like dicks that aren't fully hard, but not fully flaccid? I wonder if like that's too limiting. Like maybe there's other types of half-hard cocks. Like for this piece of my jokes, just pretend that my feet are balls and like my head is the head of a dick. So like there could be one type that's like a stroke boner, and so like this whole side is extremely rock hard, and then this whole side is very, very soft and fishy. And then have you ever, still my feet are the balls in my head, but you know how when you're making spaghetti and it's boiling and you put the hard spaghetti in and the bottom is soft with the top? From like my, it's confusing, my vagina down on the dick, that is very soft with the top. It's just an idea. I think instead of bikini waxing, I'm going to try bikini waning. My boyfriend was complimenting me the other day, and he said, I love, unlike other girls, when you are sucking my dick, you don't make eye contact the whole time. And you also don't gargle a lot when you're doing it. And I said, babe, who are these girls that are pretending to joke on your small dick? I really hate waking up alone. It's frightening to me, and but I'm lucky because I always wake up like completely rolled over on my arm, and it's like dead asleep, and so it sort of goes like this, like you can just sort of poke around people's heads, but so I'm on the ground and I roll over, and my arm is just regaining, it's just tingling and it's regaining all of its blood, but I can sort of look at it, and it's cute because it's waking up as I'm waking up. And I look at it and I just sort of like, I'm sleeping, and then, hi. It's good to see you too. Yeah, I slept pretty good. I slept pretty good. Well, do you want to have sex? I have that yeast infection. Do you want a blowjob? Thank you.
There's also the other type of hard cock, which is like the the balloon animal balloons, where it's hard at the bottom and then flaccid. Let's bring up our next comedian. This next comedian, a delight. Do you guys like delights? Yeah! Get ready to be delighted. Put your hands together on the stage. Rachel Pemberton.
So nerve-wracking. I was recently held hostage at a party. I know we've all experienced this. I had no way to get home, and my ride didn't want to leave. So, I did the drop the subtle hint, so I was like, I want to go! Didn't work. After a couple of times of doing that, and still no good results, I kind of just let the Stockholm Syndrome wash over me. I was like, I guess I live here now. That corner, that's my pee corner. And I'm mentally prepared to mate with the dominant male. I was recently thinking of a way to make the Olympics better. So what if with every single event we had a control, and the control was just like a random person out of the crowd? So just imagine all of these female athletes and then me, in the middle, and it's like hurdles. First of all, getting in those blocks is a fucking pain in the ass. So I'm down there, and so by the time I'm up, they're already 2 hurdles deep. My hurdle comes up, and I'm just like, I finally make it. I just feel like the viewers at home will appreciate the athletes more. They'll just be like, oh shit, yeah, they are fast. I wasn't impressed, but now I am. Because I can't run faster than that other control. I was hosting a party, and it was barbecue. And we're having the typical barbecue fare, hot dogs, hamburgers. And I noticed on the top of my ketchup and mustard bottles all the crust from the old condiments that didn't get cleaned. And so obviously I was mortified. And I run over there because I want to clean it. And then I stop myself and I'm like, you know what? No. I am 31 fucking years old. If they don't love me for my crusty ass self, I want to be their friend. That's right, Tim. I don't squirt in white. So I was in New Hampshire for the 4th of July weekend, and yeah, it was in the White Mountains. It's very beautiful, and I was in this field, and I come across this berry patch, or excuse me, berry bush. Vegetation with berries on it. And I'm, picking the berries, and this city girl is like really feeling connected with nature. And then all of a sudden it gets real quiet. I mean, dead quiet. And I hear this, and I look up, and directly on the other side of the bush is a big old black bear. So you know how they tell you what you're supposed to do when you see a bear? Well, all that shit goes right out the window, right? So what I do, I just froze. Like, I didn't move at all. I was just, in my head, I was like, oh, that's a bear, that's a bear, that's a bear, it's gonna kill me, it's a bear. And the bear, no joke, had this look on its face like, oh, are you kidding me? And so a second time it went, and it was like more serious this time. And that snapped me out of it, and I ran away. But I was just thinking, when the bear went home and like had dinner with his family, was he just like, you will not believe the bitch I saw today? I mean, the audacity. First, she eats all my berries. Then I have to warn her twice. I mean, I almost had to take the claws out. Bear family, tell me, am I losing my touch? Am I not scary anymore? Tomorrow I'm gonna hit up the tree gym, do some pull-ups. That's my time, thank you.
Keep it going, Rich, huh? Your next comedian.
Sorry, she's very hot.
Yeah. Your next comedian coming to the stage, also very hot. He's wonderful. You're gonna love him. Please love him on stage. Eric Wright.
Thank you, Creamster. I feel like anyone wearing a female body inspector t-shirt, you already know everything you need to know about them. Like, you don't need to hear their take on Syria. You're right. I just got back from Ecuador, which was fun. Fun fact, it's not that much fun flying 3,000 miles to find out you get seasick easily. That was something. I was trapped on a beautiful tropical island, just having panic attacks in a hotel for a couple days. So that was great. Yeah, it wasn't that fun. I made eye contact with sea lion, surprisingly disappointed. Sea lions don't care about you. You're like, oh, you're a sea lion. They're like, I'm an animal. Why are you talking to me? No, I spent a lot of time thinking about Jimmy Buffett. If you don't know Jimmy Buffett, congratulations on being millennial. That's pretty sweet. No, Jimmy Buffett's a guy who's made a fortune off singing songs about getting drunk near boats. And I love him. Well, I hate him because he's like such like a corny asshole. At the same time, like, as I'm getting older, I realize all I want to do is get drunk on beaches. Like, that's it. Like, I know people who are like in grad school or like pre-med. Yeah. Yeah, drunk on beaches, pretty sweet. I know people who are like, oh, it's the best. Jimmy Buffett owns 3 fucking airplanes of singing 2 hit songs. Both of those hit songs, he now owns restaurant chains named after those hit songs. Jimmy Buffett's better than the Beatles. American hero. That should have been my intro song. You didn't know my joke beforehand. You guys know Robinson Crusoe? Remember that book? Yeah, I was reading my grandfather's copy. And it turned out Robinson Crusoe is based off this Scottish guy, Alexander Selkirk, who was abandoned on a desert island for being a dick. By the way, that's like never feel bad if you hear like a castaway. Like, there's no castaways who are like, oh, he was unfairly judged. It's always like, oh, he was being horrible, so they kicked him off a ship. So he's on this desert island, and he's surviving off eating nothing but goats. And when they find him, he's like wearing goat skin, he's eating goats. And they also notice the goats on this island have notches in their ear. They're like, hey, Alex, why do the goats have markings? And he's like, oh, don't worry about it. And eventually they get him drunk, and he's like, oh yeah, I make notches in the goats' ears because I have sex with them. And every time I have sex with them, every time I have sex with them, I make a notch in their ear, which is it's weird to have sex with goats. I want to start off by saying that. I don't have sex with goats. I'm assuming most of you don't have sex with goats. I don't know. I don't know your lives. But to mark the goats based on how many times you have sex with, like, that is so weirdly type A. Like, where do you come off being like, oh, yeah, I'm willing to have sex with goats, but I'm not, like, having sex with a goat more than 3 times. Like, like at that point, that's fucking gross. Is he like catching a goat and he's like, oh, damn it, I was horny, but fuck it, you know the rules. I'm gonna eat it now. Yeah. I was watching, speaking of being seasick in Ecuador, I was watching Spanish TV, which I do not understand. And you would think, like, I'd be like, oh, I'm stuck in Ireland, I should learn the language. I did not. But I was watching it, and there was a bike race on, and at the end of the bike race, the winner won a car, which I never really understood biking, but that makes complete sense. Like, is Usain Bolt just like, he keeps going to the Olympics, is he just doing this to get a bicycle? Is that his end game? Like, is Usain Bolt gonna be like, I'm gonna get a bicycle, then I'm gonna work my way up to NASCAR, then I get a plane, and eventually I'm gonna not have to race anymore. Eventually, I was like, okay, you don't have to run around the better forms of transportation. You're fine, Usain. No. I don't know. I'll leave you with a thought. I'm only 22, but I realize, like, some things are closing for me in life, and I'm wondering if I can just go to the poll. How old is too old for a solo trip to Southeast Asia? Like, even shaving the mustache, like, past 35, when's the time that, like, Gary from accounting being like, I'm going to Laos? Like, at what point are you like, no, you're not, Gary. I care about those kids too much to let you go on this vacation. You go to Colorado, you don't touch anyone, Gary! Alright, that's been my time.
I really love that scenario that Usain Bolt is just racing to get different forms of transportation. Like, eventually he's gonna win that, like, that big aircraft carrier race, and he's gonna realize this whole time he was just racing from himself. Your next comedian is absolutely hilarious. He is he is one of the producers of the last Laughter Wrist show here at ImprovBoston. He's wonderful. You guys are gonna love him. Please be together on stage. Rami Abdelghani.
Thank you. So, essential oils, that's kind of a big thing right now. But I wonder if non-essential oils feel left out. Yeah. So, like Rob said, my name is Rami Abdelghani, and this is going to sound like I'm stealing his joke, so please forgive me. Abdelghani, it's a fairly common Arabic last name. Abdel, meaning servant of, and Ghani is one of the 99 names of Allah. It means exalted. So, Abdelghani, servant of the exalted. It's a good last name. Ghani has another sort of too literal translation, which is self-sufficient. Abdelghani, servant of the self-sufficient, which is the kind of useless phrase that I feel like really sums up my place in the universe. Heavy there, God? It's me, Rami. Just wondered if you needed anything. Nope, I'm good. If I was an oil, I would definitely be non-essential. I have 2 types of OCD. I have your garden variety obsessive compulsive disorder. I also have obsessive cannibal disorder. So I go through therapists really fast. I like to be prepared for anything, so lately I have been drafting epitaphs for my gravestone. Stuff like, never left a Facebook Messenger group even when everyone else did. Or, here lies a golem made from prescription medication. He died like he lived, waiting to die. He had a soft mouth. What was that other? Oh yeah. His candle burned out long before his lone death ever did. Stored in a cool, dry place. Not for children. Consumed, contact poison control immediately. So actually, I have a confession I need to make in front of all of you. I have a third type of OCD. It's called obsessive compulsion disorder. When I get really depressed, I like to watch those cell phone unboxing videos that are like, here's 10 minutes of me taking this phone out of a box and 1 minute of me using it. And I like to imagine that God is also really depressed and watching the video of me watching the video. Because that makes me feel like I matter. Voyeurism, man, it's everywhere you look. So there's a lot of good TV out there nowadays, and it can be a lot of work to try to catch up on it, which is why I love professional sports. Because professional sports, that's the one TV show that you can just miss like almost every single episode of and still understand the season finale. That's my time. Thank you, everybody.
Keep it going, Ron, well done. How's everyone doing? Is everyone doing all right so far? Yeah. Any questions? Any concerns? All right, great. We'll keep the show moving on. This next comedian is he's great. He's just really funny. Just a real funny comedian, and I think that's what you look for in a comedian. So please put your hands together on the stage, Bobby Escalas. Woo! Boston! Yes! I love Boston. Such a smart city. It's fucking geniuses walking amongst you. I heard two girls walking down the street the other day, just caught like a clip of their conversation. One sentence. They were college students, clearly. All I heard was, "Why don't you suck Jason's dick?" You know, and ever since then, I can't get Jason's dick out of my mouth. I'm talking about it everywhere I go. Everybody I know knows about Jason's dick. And this thing has fucking magical powers. It's fucking alleviating traffic. Everybody should get a hold of fucking Jason's dick. It's curing cancer. It's a fucking literal magic wand. I love like the shit you just hear, you know what I mean, walking down the street random. I had this lady the other day reading aloud. I don't know what book this came from, but she was like, it says here, Santa is good with children. How the... You didn't fucking know that? You didn't figure that out at 6? Like, when he was giving you fucking presents, candy, and fucking leaving shit for you under the tree? I don't know. I was really excited about virtual reality. I wanted to try this shit out. I see the condor flying through the sky. I can't fly. I wanted to try it, so I looked into procuring a headset, and they were really fucking expensive. I didn't want to pay for that shit, so I ended up getting one on the cheap. It was really a process, but I I stole one from my stepson. And hid it from him for like 3 days. He forgot about it. It's mine now. So I got the headset and I go straight to Pornhub, because what else? That's the only reason I wanted that shit. It was cool, you know, it was like point of view pornography. It was like, you really got to pan to see what you want to see, you know? So I look up and I see her face and I'm married. I'm like, no, this is fucking wrong. So I look up straight in front of me and there's boobies. I'm like, yes, this is going well. And I look down, the business is having legs, and it was awesome. It's like having sex with a 20-foot woman. Virtual reality. And, it wasn't doing it for me, and it wasn't because of a giant woman. I know they'd throw you up, but less that and more my crippling erectile dysfunction. I thought maybe going through the motions might help, so I got a dildo to stroke while I was watching the porn, you know. And, that was fucking weird, because I'm sitting there with like a dick in my hand, but no hand on my dick. It's a new experience, you know. High point of my life. But so that wasn't working. So I thought maybe just like stroking the dildo while I watched would help, you know. And or I'm stroking both, and you know, I don't know. It's like I got this fucking rock hard penis in one hand, which is the dildo. You know, I'm giving the stranger to this fucking melted candy bar I call my dick. And so again, like epic fail. And I don't know what I looked like doing it, you know what I mean? I can only imagine. But I think my wife saw me. Not because she said anything like topical about her, but she's been dropping like subtle hints like, maybe we can bring someone else into the bedroom. And I'm not against that, you know what I mean, one way or another, guy or girl, but I don't have any black friends, you know. And, I don't know. Plus, like, I bring someone else in the bedroom that can get an erection, and that could be the end of my marriage. I can't have that. Who the fuck's gonna buy me dildos? Got a great audience. Thank you. Come on, Bum Scout. Yeah, feel free to come over. Yep. Seat right over here. Feel free to walk. Take the mic back. How's everyone doing? Alright. We're gonna continue. Unless there are any objections. I don't know why I just opened myself up for that. I have nothing, I don't know what to do. Yeah, I don't know what to do if people object. We're gonna continue the show.
They're not right for each other.
Yeah. Yeah. This group is not gonna work out. Your next comedian is absolutely hilarious. Please put your hands together and give a warm ImprovBoston welcome to Mackenzie Hernball.
Hello. Look at you lovely folks coming out to support your friends and family. Finally, you guys are paying to see us because we've been getting that shit for free for years. My parents and my boss are here, so I'm going to keep it a little bit PG tonight. Yeah, let's talk about my pussy. I just got an IUD, and but I'm like a little bit dyslexic, so I keep telling people I just got a DUI, and the reactions are varied. They're like, "Girl, you need to get your shit together." I'm like, I just got my clit together. I don't know what you're referring to. Yeah, but those things are very, very different. But they do share like a couple common threads. One, you shouldn't pull. Learn that the hard way. Only some of you get that. But they're both expensive, right? They both sort of make you question where you're at. in your life. And what was the third one? Oh, they both make you black out on the pike. That actually happened. That happened to me. My doctor punched it in, gave me 2 Advil, said, "You're good to drive." And here I am, doodly-doo, doodly-doo. Uh-oh. I'm not feeling so hot, guys. I think I might... And I came to on Sturo. That actually happened. But I knew it was like the right choice for me because I realized that I clearly can't take care of myself, let alone another person. So it was well worth the investment. Yeah. But it was really expensive. I ended up having to get 2 because the first one didn't take. I mean, it's a foreign object, so basically my pussy was just like... No, thank you. Maybe one second. Thank you. Yeah. But it was really worth the investment because, you know, it really was. And it was expensive because I had to get 2. The first one didn't take, like I said. So I had to get convinced by my OBGYN to get the second one. And so, you know, she sat me down, she was really nice, and she was like, "Baby girl, look at me. Your box is real small, we know that, but your heart's real big. We're gonna try again." She's not Southern, but in that joke, she is. Yeah, so because I had to get 2, I ended up racking up a really expensive hospital bill that I don't have insurance, and so I had to figure out creative ways to pay for this. So I think I'm just gonna start charging a cover at my pussy. 20 at the front, 40 at the back. Fellas, find me after the show. That's a prostitution joke, Dad. They're so proud of me. They're so proud of me. They really are. Yeah. But like I said, I have dyslexia, but it's I have it worse with dyscalculus when you flip numbers, you know. So growing up, math was kind of a struggle for me, and I realized that it's starting to affect my adult life. You know, like I'll be at work, and a client will give me their phone number, and my boss is laughing. He's like, "You should." I know I suck at my job. I'm also here. So I'll write the client's number wrong, so I have to do the fucking Rain Man thing. I'm like, 577, no. Hello? No. Okay, no. Listen, sorry. And it's also affecting like my personal life. Like I'll be with a guy, and he'll be like, "Baby girl, what you want? What you want, baby?" Those are the guys I date. What you want? Anything you want. And I'm like, anything? Okay. Anything. I got it. I want a 96. And he just turns over and he falls asleep with his head at my feet. That's not what I want. Because I flipped in. I wanted you to. That's my set. Here we go. Again, turn it. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to keep this moving right along with the next comedians. Please bring us together up on stage. PJ McManus.
Yeah!
How's it going, guys?
Yeah.
You guys ever wonder who the cocky, unimaginative farmer was that named his apples Red Delicious? It's like if a carrot farmer named his like Orange Delights. Like an asparagus farmer naming his like green make your pee smell funnies. I kind of feel like scented expo markers are sending the wrong message. Like when I was a kid, it was always like don't sniff the markers, and then when I was in middle school, it was like, oh, guess what? They're fruit scented now. I think it's like if like Benjamin Moore came out with like a dessert inspired like line of paints. It's like the light green tastes like key lime pie, but it's not for human consumption. There's definitely a correlation between how old you are and how much you talk to animals. I've noticed this with my parents, who are 50 years old, and I saw my mom the other day just working on her laptop. My dog walks in the room, sits down, making the one expression that dogs ever make, and my mom's like, "Okay, Leia, I know, I'll be with you in a couple minutes." And then, little time goes by, and she's like, well, hold on, I'll be with you in a second. As if my dog was like, come on, Wanda. And then finally, my mom like gave in, because my dog is very persuasive. She's like, fine, Leia, okay, I'll take you out now. All right. But the real tipping point was the other day. I was sitting in my kitchen, and there was an ant walking across the floor carrying an entire piece of dog food. And my mom sees it, and she's like, wow. That piece of dog food's bigger than you are. I swear to you, she goes, you know what? You keep it. I am very afraid of airplanes. And whenever you tell anybody that you're afraid of airplanes, they try to give you statistics, and they're like, oh, like you're more likely to die on your commute to work than you are to die in an airplane. But the only thing is that you never like fucking disappear over the ocean on your commute to work. And like that bothers me a lot. Like you never hear people talk about like, oh, did you hear about that Greyhound bus leaving Boston heading to New York? Just disappeared on 405. They just found like a couple like suitcases up in like an oak tree. I'm taking a lot of solace in like somebody finding my body pinned against a guardrail somewhere. You ever notice on like local commercials, they'll have like some washed up like local athlete like plugging it. They'll be like, head down to Johnson's shower bathroom remodeling, tell them that Tommy sent you. Does anybody do that? Does anybody go in and they're like, hey, Tommy sent me. The guy at the counter's like, wait, Tommy sent you? Alright, Tommy. Alright, that's all I got for you guys.
We have 2 final comedians left. And do you guys know how funny all of those previous comedians were? These next 2 comedians also just same, yeah, it's consistent. It's what I'm saying here. The second last comedian is just so funny, and you guys are gonna just absolutely go bananas for us. So please bring us together and welcome to stage Katie Sherburne.
Hello, everybody. So, I like my job, but sometimes I wish that I could send a robot to work for me that looks just like me, and then I could just stay home and stay in bed. But unfortunately, I can't afford a real robot, so I'd probably just have to send a Roomba with a little name tag. And yeah, I have this plan. So, leading up to sending the Roomba, I would start doing more Roomba-like things to make it a smooth transition. So I would start picking dirt up off the floor, start walking diagonally down the hall, replace my chair with a charging station. The sad thing is some of my colleagues would probably not even realize that I had been replaced by a Roomba. They'd be like, there's something different about you. Did you change your hair? And then they'd be like, it is so inspiring the way every time you hit a wall, you just keep going. And then the Roomba would get a raise, and within a year, the Roomba would be running the company. Probably. So I was in Harvard Square last week, and I saw the Harvard Square turkey. So I was very excited because he's a local celebrity. And he walks over to this restaurant and he starts perusing the sign out front with the specials on it. And I'm like, oh, that's so cute, he's hungry. And then all of a sudden I realize on the sign in big letters, it says turkey sandwich, $6.99. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm legit freaking out. I'm like, turkey, get away from there. I'm hurting your eyes. Oh my God. And then I was like, wait, turkey's
just can't read. In other disturbing poultry news, I get home last night and my boyfriend is watching this program about how chicken nuggets are made. And so I go in the other room to change and I come back not realizing that the show had changed to a program about how rubber bands are made. So I'm sitting there in horror as these giant tubes of rubber are flattened into machines and covered with talcum powder. And I'm like, oh my God, I will never eat another chicken nugget again. So why don't we ever hear about Father Nature? Is his identity in question? Just wondering. I was at the doctor recently, and I go in and they're like, oh, we need a urine sample. And I'm like, well, I can pee in a cup if you want, but I don't really know how that's going to help treat my head cold. So then the nurse looks at me kind of accusingly, and she's like, are you experiencing burning when you pee? And I'm like, no. And she's like, are you sure? And I'm like, pretty sure. I started doubting myself. I was like, am I? So finally she says, well, it's wrong in the system. We're going to have to update your record. It's in the system wrong. And I'm like, it's in the system wrong? These are the people I'm trusting with my health and well-being. What if the system had said, this patient needs a frontal lobotomy. She's going to protest, but don't believe her because lying is a symptom of the psychosis. That would suck, right? So, not a week later, I'm at another doctor just getting a routine examination of my lady parts, and they asked me for a urine sample. And at this point, I'm starting to get suspicious. I'm like, what are they, stocking up on urine for the Golden Shower Festival or something? But I didn't argue. I haven't been able to think right since the unnecessary removal of my frontal lobe. So I go into the bathroom and it's full of plastic cups and Sharpies, but no lids for the cups, just plastic cups and Sharpies. So just a tip, you might want to write your name on the cup before you pee. Just saying. So anyways, have this head cold. I go to the pharmacy to get some cough syrup. I see this bottle, it says chest congestion, and right next to it there's this bottle that says adult chest congestion. I'm like, that's curious. I wonder what the difference is. Does your chest congestion contain mature themes and partial nudity? Does your chest congestion cause you to use drugs and harsh language? If you answered yes, you may be in need of a cough syrup formulated specifically for your adult chest congestion. Recommended by 9 out of 10 people who aren't doctors, but play them in adult films. Thank you, that's my time.
He is so funny, and I think you guys are going to really enjoy his comedy, so please put your hands together and welcome to the stage, Reese Daniel.
Pizza in the morning. Pizza in the evening. Pizza at supper time. When you're a 34-year-old man-child who doesn't know how to cook for himself because his mother coddled him too much when he was younger, and who also clearly has little regard for his health, given there's a very well-documented history of heart disease in his family. You can eat pizza anytime. So, be real with me. Do you guys think women in Saudi Arabia just crush it at poker, or what? So, I want to tell you a little bit about myself. Reese by the numbers. So let's talk about some stats, some solid stats for you.
when I use a condom, there is exactly a 50% chance that I'll get it right on the first attempt. If I use a shower, there is exactly a 50% chance, there's exactly a 100% chance that I will pee in it. So I can tell there's some people out there that can't relate to the second part of that joke, that you don't like, pee in your showers. My question to you is, why the hell not? What's holding you back? If I had to design the perfect place to pee, it would look pretty goddamn close to a shower. Warm fluids cascading over your naked body. You don't have to look. You just... No mess, no cleanup. If the idea of peeing in your shower still bothers you, use a friend's. Did anyone else here have a bowl cut when they were younger? Anyone? See, the haircut of choice for single moms in the 80s and 90s? Remember what that was like? You, sir, are the only one that had a bowl cut? Remember what that was like when someone would try to get your attention, but you weren't facing the direction that they were calling? Hey, Reese. So, my girlfriend likes to, she was buying Toms for a while. Is anyone familiar with Toms? It's a shoe and it's like a charity. And for every pair of shoes you buy, they give a pair to a kid that doesn't have them. She recently switched over to Bob's, which I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but it's a similar thing, but the charity is for dogs, which I think is like way better. I mean, kids are great, right? But dogs? Come on. You're like twice as many feet. Right. I got one more thing for you. You guys like impressions?
Yeah.
Okay. This is an impression of a convict giving a scared straight talk to a troubled youth when suddenly he feels an eyelash on the tip of his tongue. You think I'm playing with you? You think you tough? Oh, you smart, huh? You know what happens to smart kids in here? That's all. Thank you.
For all of the community. Keep it going for Adrian Brick. And keep it going for yourself. You have been two last things before we go. Two last things. Actually, three last things. First of all, the show's running a little bit late, so if you guys, as soon as we're done, if you could make your way to the lobby as quickly as possible, that would be great. Also, please check out ImprovBoston.com for a list of all the great shows and classes we offer here at the theater. And I forgot to tell you guys at the beginning of the show, fire exits are here. You're gonna